Good morning, grade 8, and welcome to the Mr. Hagen Show. I cannot believe it is June today. Where has the time gone? And today we begin our last normal or full week. So there's lots to do. Let's get started. In today's episode, we will have our morning meeting. We will then talk about the work that you're doing today and also some of the work that you'll be doing later this week. First, our theme. Look to the Lord in his strength. Seek his face always. This weekend, we read Proverbs chapter 19 and 20. And man, oh man, there were some good ones. So let's get started. Let's start with the obvious ones. Chapter 19, verse 24. And chapter 20, verse 4. The sluggard buries his hand in the dish. He will not even bring it back to his mouth. And a sluggard does not plow in season. So at harvest time, he finds nothing. No explanation needed there. Now, I have mentioned many times that I'm not always a patient person. In this difficult time with all the crazy stuff that's happening in our world today, I can get pretty frustrated and impatient. Chapter 19, verse 2 and 11 are awesome reminders for me. They say, "It is not good to have zeal without knowledge, nor to be hasty and miss the way. And a man's wisdom gives him patience. It is to his glory to overlook an offense." So no matter how frustrated or angry we get, we need to have wisdom and patience. I'm going to end with chapter 19, verse 21. Something very applicable to us as we begin kind of the last 2 weeks of our time together. Verse 21 of chapter 19. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. As we continue to reflect on our time at Providence and our time at elementary school, we also begin to look ahead and wonder what our lives are going to be like. What's our summer going to be like? What's high school going to be like? What about beyond that? And thinking about those things may make you nervous or anxious or scared or worried. And these are all natural emotions, especially in our uncertain times. The one thing that this verse leaves us with is that the Bible continues to teach us certainties. Certainties are things that we can always count on, no matter what is happening in our world. This passage reassures us the certainty that the Lord's purpose prevails, that God is in control. Today, we continue by reading chapter 21. Keep the prayer requests coming, and don't forget to spend time with God today. All right, here we go. This is a big week, big week. We're going to complete as much work as we can, so it's going to be busy. Don't be sluggards, do the work. In math, last week, we had our Gauss test. It was okay. I returned marks to you using the Gauss test assignment from Thursday. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. Congratulations to 6 of you who did score 100 or more points. And 5 more of you were actually pretty close. So it's a good first step. I made a video going over the test. The video is really, really good. So you should check that out. So your assignment today is to watch that video and to see where you made mistakes. So correct your work. Let me know if you have any questions. Tomorrow we will try another Gauss test, and then we will begin to review for the exam. Literature, we continue to look at Proverbs. Today we are going to be looking at themes in Proverbs. There is a supreme video for you to watch and a Monstermental assignment to complete. You need to create a slide for each of the 5 main themes. It's not due till Wednesday, so you have a little bit of extra time. Chapters in 19 and 20 that we read from this weekend actually are awesome at touching on pretty much all 5 of those themes. So if you are stuck in your assignment, take a look at chapter 19 and 20 again. In history, we continue the unit that seems to never end by taking a look at part 13 of The Story Expands by looking at the trial of Louis Riel. This is actually pretty interesting stuff. Even if you don't like history, I want you to really notice the racial tension that is evident, the racial tension and hatred and conflict that is found throughout the video. It's found throughout this trial of Louis Riel. So take a look at that. It is the same racial tension, conflict, hatred that our world is gripping with today. I also have an assignment for you called the Grade 8 Questionnaire. It's something I make grade 8s do every year. It's pretty important to me, so please take it seriously and please try to complete it today. Don't be late on these, please, because I need these. Thank you. That's it for the work today. Later this week, we will continue with working on our essays and also working with the Book of Habakkuk. So last week, I asked you what you will remember the most about grade 8. And of course, I went to Pioneer Camp and sports and whatever else. Those are the obvious answers. So today, dig deep, think, reflect. Other than this COVID stuff, Pioneer Camp, sports, what are some things that you will remember about our time together in grade 8? I'm Mr. Hagen, and I like cookies.